Hey. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. There you go.
There we go.
There's the alternate line.
Nice roll in there.
Nice. Dun, 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 dun. Um, oh, we have 3 viewers already. I'm probably all three of them.
That's probably why it was getting so squirrely there. You get three different tabs
three,
open.
three viewers. No, just the one, but knowing me.
All right.
Hello to everybody who might be or may not be viewing this so far. We're going to let some folks come in, maybe or maybe not.
Happy Wednesday.
Thank you for happy Wednesday or whatever day it is.
Whatever day.
Hell.
Hopefully there's audio on both sides this time. Getting middle and end.
Hopefully everybody can hear everybody on talking, which is only 2 people talking. Hopefully you hear 2 people talking and not just one.
For now.
For now. Technology is fun. How's everybody Wednesdays going? Be sure to like and comment this live stream so that we know that you can hear us.
That is
that's a very important part of this. Okay, while everybody's coming in, you can hear me give commands to my Echo Dot. Echo, change main lamp to teal.
Okay.
Echo Dot. Change Echo, change main lamp
I'm
to.
not sure.
You shut up now. Echo, change main lamp to 100%. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Okay. Echo, change main lamp to 100%.
Okay.
There you go. See? How about that math? Now everybody knows how to control my Echo Dot. I'm kidding. Yeah, it was too much glare on my screen, so sorry.
Does it is it specifically to your voice?
Mm-hmm. Well,
can I accept any? So if I tell it to turn the light off.
See, I don't know. You train it. I'm a Google person through and through. Google Home, all that stuff, and I've got Google Assistant on my phone, and all that stuff. But I realized that, and I had an Echo Dot, and I bought another one. So actually, I've had one in the box forever. They're amazing. Actually, I think they probably blow. So I very much like mine, and connected to Prime. It's awesome, and it plays great haunt music. Yay! Everybody's on Haunters and Hospice, and we're talking about technology. But and I've had too much caffeine today. I'm kind of wearing out. But how's everybody doing? Anybody there yet? Are we? Oh, we're down to 1 viewer. Well, that is me.
Think that
Sweet.
I think it doesn't keep up with it.
No.
Really bummed about these alerts now.
Oh, you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out.
I
I
just
mean, you
have to
didn't
do
know.
them on here. It's just that's not.
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead
Oh,
and a link to 13. Yeah, more.
okay.
There will be
Hello.
guest.
Yes, there's a guest tonight. Magical guest. We're going to try to start doing guests. We'll have another one this Friday. Um, we will announce it. Actually, just let you know too that I'm going to start doing these as events so that people can stay interested in all that stuff. And
It's a good idea, actually.
yeah, I think that will help. And I'll start putting those out a day or two early. But how's
Well,
everybody doing? Everybody, huh?
we do a by the number break.
Like, I mean, what do you mean?
Well, the last that I had seen saw I don't know, whatever. You are at 32 term case. 100
Oh,
killing me.
in the United States.
Wife just walked. Well, I wasn't prepared for this. It's
Happy
not.
Halloween! Da, 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 da.
Yeah, it's not
Happy
even that kind of
Halloween! Da,
mask.
da, da,
It's like it's those
da.
face peel.
Oh,
Just is
well.
terrifying.
Happy Halloween!
The bubble
It's
mask.
still Halloween.
Okay.
It's a bubble mask. So you said 830,000 in the U.S.
This is worldwide.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's
Well,
134.
oh, you broke up a little bit. I don't know what happened there, but
134,600 deaths.
oh, yep, that's a lot. That sucks.
It does.
That's getting ridiculous. That's yep. And unfortunately, that just means that our talking about the timeline of reopening parks and everything else is
Yep. That was actually my segue.
Yep, that's slowly dwindling. But we all right, everybody can hear me trying to struggle and get out of this chair. That's great.
Okay.
For God's sakes, y'all. I'm just trying to adjust this chair, and it sounded like I literally rolled out of it, out of my front door, and down the damn street. My God.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
So yeah, I know they're trying, they're pushing. People have already started get stuff reopened, but I just don't see it. I don't see it happening. I myself, I think we've already decided we're not doing anything as far as going.
Well, I've talked to a couple people, and yeah, we're pretty much in the same like we've said pretty much every time. We're there's not going to be any going out because, for one, I mean, we're
Hey Des,
thanks
for joining.
Thanks for joining us. How do we sound? Are we sounding pretty good?
Yeah. Some input here.
Can you hear us? Is there any breaking up? Is there any magic
Background
going
noise.
on? Yeah, you hear dancing cats, and I'm kidding. I don't have cats. So
It's actually my sister.
oh, okay. Well, even better. Let us know how we're sounding. Are we too loud? Are we too soft? Are we breaking up?
Not
you
the-
know. No, they okay. Well, that shows we're important to
Oh
her.
no, she's back. I don't know if it's Facebook like not being able to.
Now, I'm going to tell you, on my end, you're breaking up a lot. I don't know
Really?
if that's me or you.
Hmm.
How do I sound? Am I breaking up at
No,
all
you don't sound like you're
to
breaking up at
you?
all. I'm
Okay.
watching my audio. My audio. Okay.
It's not on a consistent basis, so it could be just, you know,
Yeah.
it could be just me. It's all
I'm
But
trying to keep the
well,
audio up so it doesn't mess up like that. We'll see.
we'll see.
If somebody in the chat can let us know how it sounds, that'd be wonderful. Because
Yeah,
I literally have no idea.
we don't know until 3 hours later when we've rambled for. But yeah, so definitely, uh, I've made the decision, as have several people I know, that today is just. I mean, today, yay! That this year's a wash.
Yeah.
That uh, it's going to be really concentrated here in the neighborhood for Halloween. Um, no local haunts. Definitely no not local haunts. Um, this one would be kind of cool to weigh in what what they would do. Maybe we can get them to talk about it at some point. Maybe they're
Yeah,
kind of busy folks.
for
Uh,
sure.
let's see. Is any news that I saw today? No, actually. I mean, I haven't seen anything uh, that any new news with any haunts and stuff. The only thing I really saw was around here is Wind Creek Casino will be staying closed for a while, but they are paying all their employees, which I think is phenomenal.
Really.
Thank you, Wind Creek Casino. Now, if you would just have a haunted attraction I don't go to this year, that'd be great. Um, but yeah, that's kind of cool. Um, we do have a guest hopefully coming in, like we've been saying. Hopefully,
Yes, they should be here shortly, I believe, unless something happened,
right.
which is
Um,
is frequent on this platform.
but we'll let you know that it's for anybody that's been listening. It's 13 skeletons coming in because they're awesome. They'll be the first guest we've ever had. Hopefully, like I said, it works out well, and
For sure.
we'll ramble on for a little bit.
There's a link to their page as well. You can check them out, see what they're about, give them a
Yep.
like, um,
Yep.
all the good stuff. Let them know that we sent you by too.
They post quite a bit, and they get a lot of post likes. So they're very active, and the community that follows them is very active. So it's actually very cool.
Yeah, and their posts
Um,
are awesome. Their photos are great.
yeah, yeah. There's actually some thought put out into that. Um, I do notice that some of the after dark people haven't shown up as usual, so I appreciate that. Thank you for getting us again.
Indeed.
That's you know
I don't know. Did we share this to
I did. I sure did.
the live?
Not the live.
All right, I'm gonna
Now that
share
we
the
were gonna
live.
go live. Okay, you do that and see who all explodes
Yeah.
into the scene here.
All right, it looks
So while we do,
like 13 Skeletons is actually online.
oh
If we
cool,
can get
all right.
him in the chat here momentarily.
Well, yep. I see the sharing there. Sweet.
Right.
Now of course that you've shared something, John will come in and post one of his memes real quick and just shove that right down the pike. So if John, if you ever listen to this, I'm making fun of you. So there you go. Hopefully you know I'm making fun of you because that means you did listen to this. But I do expect to be hit with a meme shortly.
Yeah,
Couple of
for
them
sure.
just to push that.
He's good for the memes.
Yeah, push that post right down there so nobody sees it. Um, If you have any haunt related news on your end, if you'd like to comment, we definitely would like to see it. If you're a vaping clown, please comment. I think that's gonna be my. I'm gonna sneak that in on every one of these until we have like 5,000. I'm coming here. Y'all a bunch of sons of bitches. You make fun of us. Um, but just let you know, the music you don't hear, we do not own this copyrighted not playing music because we know better. Another little another little jibe there to that community, but that's okay.
Yeah, you're gonna be the one that gets stabbed, not me. So I'm okay with
What? Yeah, I'm gonna get. I'll be the. I'm gonna be the one that gets shanked.
it.
So that's cool.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and bring him in to call, I think.
All right. Maybe, maybe not. I'll play the hold music.
Oh, I need to change the channel permission.
There you go. I'll play the channel changing permission music. So yeah, if you're out there, let us know. Say hello. We'd love to hear from you. Um, these past few live chats have they're kind of free flowing. We have sometimes things that we discuss that we've written down. Sometimes it just meanders into all kinds of Halloween and haunt and sometimes unrelated things. Last time we did a lot of reminiscing about haunts of the past, and everyone learned how to spell the word patchouli, which was fantastic.
Oh God, here we go,
Here we go.
Julie.
Patchouli. Everybody light up your patchouli incense. Listen to Haunters Anonymous. And just say about Haunters Anonymous, we're definitely like I said, it's a free flow group. Ooh. The only thing that gets you banned from here is talking really bad smack about people, or racism, homophobia. You know, we don't put up with that kind of stuff. We don't do politics. But other than that, you can talk about anything. If you got a business you have a business you want to jibe at, or you want to rant and rave about something that stays within the pre-described parameters, then definitely yes, that'd be awesome. But so for anybody that's curious, um, I'm pushing a podcast. Hopefully, we can get one of those going pretty soon because they get a little bit. Those are a little bit more structured, I think. Maybe not. Um, do we have our guest online?
He's still he's on there. He is. He joined the room.
Ooh.
They have to do some configuring on his audio sources.
Ooh, how technical.
Nothing is ever easy on here.
Of course not. Of course not. Why should any technical anything be easy during a pandemic?
Yeah.
By the way, you're being silly. Don't use Zoom. Don't do it. Don't be naughty.
You know what? We
Use
use a
Webex.
lot for work stuff. Microsoft Team viewer. What
Right?
it is? Microsoft Team. Yeah, it's Microsoft Team. That works all right. It's fairly handy.
Well, it probably has better security.
We can't hear.
It's like, uh-oh. TikTok's another one. I think it's
Okay.
hilarious that everybody can be told TikTok is one of the most unsecured. We got you, whatever. And let me show you my TikTok. By the way, that sounds pornographic. I don't like it, and I'm not going to do it. I don't want to see your TikTok, and you don't want to see mine. So there's better things on the market. There's better stuff. Don't be a sheeple. Don't watch The Walking Dead. I'm going to mention that every damn time too. Vaping clowns and The Walking Dead. It's going to become a normal. Oh, I hear typing. That means somebody's audio is not working.
Yep, that would be correct.
So, while there's typing going on, what else we got? We've kind of gone through all the Halloween Horror Night stuff till we hear more. Speculation maps. I
Well,
don't do them.
they did take
what?
Billie Eilish off of that map.
Billy. I wonder why. I wonder why. Yeah, I don't know. Speculation maps. I guess been dealing with that for so many years. But plus the fact that I cannot fathom going to myself going to Halloween Horror Nights. I know a lot of people are just biting at the bit to go, and as I say, crotch to ass the whole time. I'm just not. I ain't doing it. Which is fine. I save some money. And hell, I live in Florida. I can be there in 6.5 hours, which is pretty good driving. I'm not doing it.
We're not going to do anything. It's probably going to be a year before we decide to go back to any theme park. Even honestly, I don't see it being a haunt year for us as far as going to small places.
Nope, you're right.
I think we'll do drive-by stuff. We'll definitely check out neighborhood things. But I don't know. I can't see it being safe.
No, and it only takes one.
Yeah.
You know? Now, I will say that I cannot remember who it is, and kudos to them. There was a haunt that they've started to do to keep people scared. One of the things which is I hate these things, and I'm not going to say what I call them here on audio, but the airbag walls, they're taking those out.
I'm for that. I'm okay with that.
I'm sorry, those are the most disgusting things in the haunt industry.
Yeah.
Is an airbag.
I don't want to be rubbing up against something when somebody else in front of me has been sweating on it.
No, yeah. Story. A couple years ago, some folks we went to New Orleans to the amazing haunts. This was back though when House of Shock was still House of Shock, but I won't say which one of these we went to. It was an awesome haunt, but I'm getting it ready to rag on their airbag walls. And I told all the people that went with me who have not been to many haunts at all, I said, this is going to have some airbag walls. When you go through, put your hands, put your forearms in front of you like you're getting ready to stop an attack, and just push the walls. Just don't let these. We're in New Orleans. I said, for one, which I love New Orleans, I said, you don't want to touch your face. You don't want them to touch you. But so I told them how to do it. And this particular year, I don't know, they had cranked up the airbags where you could barely get through them. And we got through it. And the people I was with, like, that was the nastiest thing ever. Great, awesome, everything else. But they they just like, any other place that has these, not do it again.
Yeah.
They were there was sweat. Oh my God. Now I'm just going to vomit.
Yeah, I'm not for that.
But yeah, no. But this one haunt said they were dismantling those for this year, and a couple other things. And I wish I could remember who it was. And I was like, kudos, man. That you should just tear them down permanently. But
yeah.
So anyway, that's my quick story about that. I think that haunts should think about all that, and then, which is a good effect, the ropes that hang down or anything that's going to come in contact with your face or your head, spider webbing, anything you have to walk through that literally goes anywhere near your skull, I think should just be eliminated.
Yep.
And then of course the airbags should be they should all be gathered up in one place and burned and never thought of again.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember if you and I just talked about this on our own or if it was on the last video where you're talking about the with them removing the curtains and everything, how they're going to have to get creative to keep rooms from blending into one another.
Right.
Using like 290 degrees or something. So it's
well, and you can use a fog curtain.
Yeah.
You can use a light curtain. You could just like that flash people in the face where they can't see and they run into stuff. Oh, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, let's do that.
Fog. Let's do that.
Just
fog curtains
lasers.
and then just shoot lasers in their eyes. They'll never know. So there's a lot of things, but I really, really think that all haunts need to be not just inanimate objects that touch your face or skull, but there's some places where their actors get really close, which is I know the idea, but there again, for the actor's safety, the people are screaming, so that the people are screaming when you scare them, and they're screaming right in your face. Well, that's gross. That's especially this year, it's gross. So I think a lot of dadgummit in that same place, I think, God, I'm going to find out I'm going to go back and look at my post, but I think they said that they were also going to put in more animatronics for that particular reason.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of places that said they were doing animatronics, cutting back on actors and going with more animatronics.
Yeah, now I know in Europe, they are more live people. They say it gives, which I can see, it gives more of a personable experience, because animatronics, they can get boring or something to some people. But
I like actors. I'm always.
Oh, sure.
I was, I was one, so I'm for actors.
Just put them away.
Yeah, put them behind something. Give them a glass wall or something. And
by the way, you broke up quite a bit right then and there too. Are you doing something magical on your machine?
No.
Because I'm going to tell you, I have not moved from the spot I'm at. I have not. I'm so lazy right now. I don't even want to look at. I'm looking at my Chromebook. But just let you know, we may hear it. But yeah, I like the actors too. But I'll go ahead and rant about something else I can't stand. The places that hire little girls or like teenage girls, who literally can push so much air through their shrieky mouths, and they get, I don't know, 2 centimeters from one of your ears and decide to go full force and follow you. I've had that happen more than enough times, and your ears are literally ringing from it.
Or the actor that has only one trick, and it's the get out.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay,
that's all they yell is just get out.
Say that 500 times. Get out. Okay, I'm trying.
I'm like, yeah, the dude in the other room told me to get out. You want me to get out too? Because what do you want me to do?
How about you get out? The last place I went to, and I won't mention the haunt, so it's a local haunt. So it's sort of local. I went through and they had, I swear to God, like 3 or 4 of these shrieky children, girls,
and
we're from them, and they screamed like a chorus in both of my ears and followed me down a section of corridor, and it completely destroyed, because I couldn't hear anything after that. I literally wanted to get out. So if you're a haunt, or if you do this, if you're listening to this and you decide that getting 2 centimeters from somebody's ear and shrieking, you can actually burst somebody's eardrum doing that.
Yeah.
And it's not good. I don't like it. I don't like the airbags either. So there you go.
I'm also not a big fan of when they use pneumatic devices that are literally at ear height and about 7 inches from it. I also won't name the place, but one year they used quite a number of them, and they were like right in your headspace. And a pneumatic device on a metal barrel does not sound good immediately next to your ear.
Right.
Was not a fan.
Oh, and the horns, the super like mega ultra portable horns, great concept, awesome technology, overused as
Yeah.
far as I'm concerned. Um, to me, you get some folks that have them in their hands and literally same thing. Um, what's the point if your head's ringing through the rest of the haunt and you just really want to get out?
Yep.
Uh, I, um, um, and too many vaping clowns.
Too many vaping.
um, I'm gonna get my head cut off. Damn yeah. But well, subject. What things irritate the hell out of us since we've been doing this, going and you've been an actor for quite a while and then going to them and everything else. Let's see what else irritates us. Turkey legs. Um,
Definitely turkey. You come at me with a turkey leg, we're gonna have a problem.
dude, if you come, yeah, if you're inside a haunt and you think scaring me with a turkey leg, that's gonna be an orifice you prefer it not to be. Um, so let's see, the air curtain, um, the shrieks, the pneumatics that get too close. Um, um, I've been in a few haunts where you can smell the mildew,
Yeah.
um, and it's for real mildew. It's not like a scent or anything, and you're like, man, I'm gonna throw up. Um, God, I went to a haunt. It was up north. It was during one of the conventions, and I don't know, they had something dangling from the ceiling that literally it just stuck to you, and it was getting in my mouth and
Oh, worst.
oh
And another, I mean, like I said, the whole get out thing, that is, if you have a haunt with actors, please teach them something other than yelling get out. Because
right.
it's probably, or if they, I swear to God, if they say boo, if that's the big thing, I'm walking out. Like, just straight
I think
walking out.
I, I think a lot of haunts have banned the word boo.
Yeah.
Um, but that to expand on Get Out. I mean, Get Out. You're mine. You're gonna die. Um, there's quite a few I can think of now lines that you're just like
They're
it's
just
just
so
so
overused.
long.
Like get out is just, it's just frustrating sometimes. Like pick
Oh,
another one, would you?
pick another one, or say it like Yoda or something. Um, I went to man. Speaking of the most annoying haunt, and they lasted 2 years, and it was I think it was at Foley, Alabama. Um, it's been quite a few years. I went went there 2 years. It was in an old post office. And the last year they were there of the 2 years, they had people. They were doing the whole chainsaw thing, and every place you went to, you tripped over something
Hmm.
because they didn't know what they were doing. And um, at the end, they had two chainsaw guys, one on both sides, because I could see them back outside, and the whole haunt was terrible. And the one guy came up too close with the chainsaw on one side, and as he was coming up, he tripped on something and knocked into me. The other guy on the other side didn't notice it, and he came running after me, and I literally, um, I somehow without hurting myself knocked both their chainsaws out of their hands, just like backhanded both of them. I'm like, get the fuck away from me. and all I could hear as I was going out was "Oh, sorry," and then you could hear chainsaw pieces going all over the
Oh, jeez.
floor. And I went out and I actually said, "Who owns or runs this thing?" And it just happened to be the guy that I asked. He said, "Well, I'm the guy that runs it." I said, and I just went off on him, and he started going off on me. I'm like, and I told him right there. I said, "You won't be open again next year." I said, "Not by my hand, but I bet you do not." And sure as hell, that's it. You never heard. I can't remember the name too. Like I don't know what the hell even. It was so stupid, but that was the other thing too. Is chainsaws are cute, but I also think they're overused. But they are very effective.
Yeah.
They are a very effective mechanism.
I'd like to see
Um,
some more weed whacker, utilization. Let's bring in some other gardening tools here. Some lawn maintenance.
Weed whacker.
Somebody come at me with a riding lawnmower. I'm going.
If somebody comes at me with a riding lawnmower, I'm going to knock them off and just steal the lawnmower and go down.
Start cutting the grass for them.
Yeah, just
Send them the bill.
rodeo around.
Yeah, you know, technology's at the point now where I think some of these bigger places could really utilize the fog curtain with the projection, the rear projection. That's a really
Man,
good idea for room
just
dividing.
I just have you're. I don't know if it like. I don't know if it's me, but most of that you broke up on.
Really, I don't know, because you break up occasionally, but not not to that level. I'm gonna mute myself and see if I can hear like, because there's a slight delay, so maybe I'll be able to hear myself.
Can you guys hear me now?
Oh yes, now we can hear you.
Oh,
Holy
right.
smokes, that was scary right there. I was like, "What?" You're like, "I'm gonna mute myself," and then the ghost came up out of like nowhere. I'm like, "Oh my god, please don't leave me alone with this ghost."
Well, it's not a ghost. It's 13 skeleton.
What's going on, man? Thanks
13
for
skeleton.
stopping by. I'm glad you got it figured out.
Yeah, I did. I'm on my cell phone. It just didn't work on the computer.
Okay, yeah.
But hey, thanks for having me. This is great. This is so great.
Yo, thanks for
great to be talking.
coming.
It's great to be talking about Halloween in April. It's like
Heck yeah.
this is unbelievable. I think this all came to light to me back in 2017 when I found out there was year-round haunted houses and haunts, and my wife and I both went to something called the Midwest Haunters Convention.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure you heard of that.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
was a cool experience. But anyway, so did I catch you in the middle of something?
You're good. You're good. I was just we're do you hear my audio cutting in and out, or is it him?
No, I did hear your audio when I was listening in. In the beginning, it was cutting out, but it sounds good now.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. So I guess if you want to go ahead, you can, talk a little bit about what you guys do. I've got you linked, pinned to our comment section so people can find you.
Yeah.
But what is it that you do?
Yeah, well, 13 Skeletons is actually, well, it's a living, interactive Halloween display, and actually sometimes a home haunt.
Okay.
Throughout the month of October, we have different stories that are told, and what happens is beginning October 1st, we have these plastic skeletons emerging from the ground. And like I said, each year is a different story, different way they come up, but they around that time they come up, and it develops. I actually move them around, and I post a picture online, and they actually and we do it in rhyme, and as it goes, it just tells a story. And it's funny how it started, though. It started way back, um, like 14 years ago, when I started out with the Halloween display. It started out as just a typical Halloween front lawn display with your hay bales, your corn stalks, and your little zombie maybe. And one day I just said, you know what, I could stack some pumpkins and make them look mysteriously stacked up. So I did it with 7 pumpkins, and that came out really cool looking. So I said, you know what, let me try this with skeletons. And I did that, and I did it with 7, I think 1, 2, 3 skeletons, and it came out really good. But I didn't really like how they looked on the front lawn, so I kind of moved them around to different areas. Maybe had a couple looking up at them like they're, like, wow, look at these balancing skeletons. And it was probably like a few days later, one of the moms of my kids that went to school with said to my wife, hey, my kid thinks your skeleton display is alive because they're moving around. And then, with that, naturally, I said, okay, let me keep moving these guys around. And that's how it all began. And then the following year, I came up with some stories to go with it. And some of the ways we did, like, let me see, some of the acts that we did. Well, actually, let me see some of the stories. The first year, I think I just had them emerge from the ground, and then they would come up. And one year they came out of a buried trunk. Another year we did some oak barrels on an old wagon, and it fell off, broke open, and then it was pulled by an invisible horse. We had a like TNT blow up a hole in the ground, and they emerged out. Another year I did a mine. So every year was just a different, whatever my imagination came up with. And I started a Facebook page, and that's called, As You Have It Up There. And that started people following. And right now that Facebook page has like 5,000 followers.
That's awesome.
So yeah, if you get a chance, just scroll through one of the years and start with the first picture of that year, and go throughout the year, and it'll tell the whole story. And it's just a lot of fun. I mean, to start it off in the beginning of the year, I even do some clues to say, oh, what will I do this year? And people start posting right away. So that's basically they're plastic skeletons on a stick. I think one of the highlights that I do is I do this amazing tower where they're about 5 high, maybe 6 high, and it's lit up all night. And the way I've done it, it looks like they're actually balancing. And again, you got to take a look at the pictures. The photos tell it all. That shows a lot.
That is awesome. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I saw a few. You did one with an Easter bunny, looks like, recently for this Easter.
Yeah. Right now, what's going on in the world right now? I actually, just to distract people from that, I brought the skeletons out, and it seemed to get a good review. People are really liking it, and so I kept it up. I started on April Fools, and yeah, we did a little Halloween thing, and I mean Easter thing, and it was really cool. Actually, on Easter, I did a little rhyme. My daughter, actually, when she was younger, I asked her, I said, hey, what's your favorite holiday? Thinking it was going to be Halloween, because I love Halloween and she loves candy. And she surprised me, and she says, I like Easter. And I'm like, Easter? I said, why Easter? And she's like, well, Halloween, we have to go door to door, and it just takes a lot of work. I said, with Easter, it's delivered right to your house. You don't have to do anything. So on the day of Easter, I did this little rhyme that really really said that, and let me think what I say. Let me sort of bring it up, and I'll read that rhyme to you. I can find it. So yeah, there. Let me see here. Here it is. Here it says, I like this idea, I must admit. A basket delivered by a rabbit. No knocking on the doors up and down the streets to fill our basket with trick or treats. Just wake up in the morning and there they are. No work required. Much easier by far. And then happy Easter. So through the whole thing, that's what we do.
That's awesome.
Now I think they're playing games to pass the time. I had them play Kick the Can. I don't know if you remember that. That's an old time.
Oh yeah.
And I think today they're doing Connect Four, this giant Connect Four board.
Oh yeah,
So
yep, I saw that one. You posted a like a teaser, didn't you? It said like what were they doing or something before you
yeah,
posted the full.
yeah. I didn't fool anybody though. I mean, I think the first guess minutes.
That's
That's a
cool though. It's
Connect
so
Four.
interactive like that though. It's really unique.
Yeah. Um, so it's actually taken a life of its own on. I mean, even from this, because the kids on the school, but who really appreciate this are the commuters every day going by and they see the changes daily.
Yeah, I'd
Um,
love that. That'd be great.
yeah, and then you have the school kids on the school bus. You could see they're like glued to the window as they go by. You know, that's exciting. That keeps me going. Um, but as far as like, we even I don't know if you noticed on there, but we came out with a children's book by the 13 Skeletons. One of the years we did a circus called Circus of the Night, and we got the ideas. People tell me, hey, these stories would make a good children's book. So we actually found an illustrator. I got this lady from Atlanta, Georgia, Colleen Finn, and she did some great. I call them wonky type illustrations. Perfect for the skeletons, and uh, we came up with a children's book. It's something I never thought in a million years I would do.
That's awesome.
And just this last fall, well, actually in March, they had Read Across America, and the local school invited us over to the school to do an assembly for K through fourth, and it was great. They loved it. We actually did a book reading performance, and if you look last year, what we did with the skeletons is because of the book coming out. I think it came out the first week of October. I actually made the story revolve around the books. And if you notice, there's a big, large crate in my front yard. It emerges from the ground, over the time, and that crate represents the delivery of the books. Now, when the skeletons emerged from the ground, of course, they wanted to get in, so they tried to pry it open, and eventually spiders came out. Um, but what that actually was is inside a stage of a kid's bedroom, and we had scheduled performances throughout the month of October of a book reading performance of Circus of the Night. And I actually had a web page too called 13skeletons.com. And that told you, where you could sign up. And it was all free, hoping they'd buy the book. And the page was done by, I don't know if you heard Chad Savage. He's pretty big in the haunt business.
Hmm.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So he designed the page for me, and it worked out really well. But when I did the book reading performances, I actually used some local actors, professional actors. This girl, Jessica Albano, Kylie Ballish, and we had Mark Langston. Now, these guys were professional actors, and I actually was the ringmaster, so I must have made them really good.
That's
um,
amazing, man. That's
yeah,
really
it was
cool.
a lot of fun. Every show we did was sold out. Um, the kids loved it, and a lot of fun doing it. Um, but that's something I'll never do again. Now, next year will be a whole different topic, different theme.
Hmm.
But just a lot of fun. I mean,
So
um,
any more plans for future books, like continuing stories?
um, there might be. I mean, it's open to it.
Yeah.
Definitely. One of the reasons I did come out with the book was because I wanted to generate some money. I mean, this is not cheap to do a home haunt.
Hmm.
Like um, one year we did this mine. I mean, I built this mine out of pallets and mulch. It looked like there was a mine in my front lawn, and the story was the skeletons got lost in the mine. So we actually created a search party on Halloween. Actually, we did it throughout, like towards the end of 2 weekends, I think, in the end of October, where we created search parties to go in to find some of the missing skeletons. We had a missing poster with their faces on it, and when they went inside, I mean, we had it was basically a haunted house. toxic levels of laser water, spitting spiders of paralyzing poison. Um, this coal miner that with an axe, we call it the Pennywise effect, where he's way down the tunnel and then the lights go out and then he's a little closer and the lights go out again and then he's right in your face. And we did it by two different actors, but you wouldn't know. And that worked. That was a lot of fun. But it's a lot of time, a lot of help, a lot of family and friends, but well worth it. So the book was trying to help fund it, and we sold a lot of books so far. But I guess until I sell some more, I may not consider it a book right now. It did come out in the beginning of October, so I couldn't really market it. But this October, hopefully I could market a little more. And I was hoping to do some more school book readings, but I let that's to be
Yeah.
seen.
Our kids here are out for the rest of the year. Like, so it's,
Wow. And that would be just a June, but who knows
yeah.
what September brings.
Yeah, I don't know what their plans are actually for like the following school. So but
But
unfortunately, and not so much unfortunately, I guess, it could be a big year for you as far as people, generating interest, because there's not going to be a lot for people to do. And so having something like that that's interactive where you can go by multiple times.
yeah, we had meetings the other night. Drive-bys are probably going to be a big hit. Opposed to going to the haunts. Yeah, we'll see. I hope that's not the case, though. I mean, maybe we'll have things figured out by then.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
What do you have your location listed, or is it more for local traffic? Like, how are you?
Well, we do have it listed. Like I have it on my the web page, and also I think I have it on my Facebook too. We're on a highway. There is a shoulder to pull over. When we have these haunts or these drive-bys in the October, the township's really good with it. I mean, they actually put a roadblock on the other side of the highway, so you don't have people stopping there. Even when I had the haunts, you don't want little kids running across the road at night, at dusk. So they're real helpful. So there's plenty of room to pull over, take a look, and continue on your way. And it's So they I have no problem people stop by. We haven't had any traffic issues except for Halloween. It gets a little crazy in that. But the township's real good about it, and the community in whole, I mean, seem to really embrace it. I have to say, I haven't had one negative comment. Haven't had someone say anything. I kind of stay away from the offensive horror, hangings and
Yeah.
zombie babies, but there's scare there. There's still a lot of scare.
That's really cool, man. That's I don't think you're too awful far from where I live, so it may be a year for me to take a drive.
But you're in Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not too far. I think this year I have if I can make it work, it's going to be something worth seeing.
Yeah.
Because we just talked about, the drive-by is going to be pretty big, so I'm going to do something that's very visual, and with the mine, you had to walk in to see a lot of it. This is going to be a lot. You'll see, like I did when I did the circus. A lot of the circus acts were outside, and you could see the change every day. When we get to those bigger builds, it was tough to do that visual every day. You're working inside and on other things, and you can't really move the skeletons around like you want to, because that's the big part I think really people like, is the driving by and seeing the skeletons move. I have people tell me, okay, let's go and let's see what the skeletons are doing tonight. So they make it a point to go out of their way, or making it something to do in the evening. And even now with this, you know, they can't really get out, but when they do, they take a drive by, see
Yeah.
what they're up to.
I mean, that's the one thing they can do now is get out and do a little bit of driving. So
Yeah.
that's great that you're starting a little earlier and giving some people stuff to look at.
Yeah, well, they'll go down probably at the end of April. I'll put them away, But in the past, I've done a lot of holidays. I've done Christmas, or even a winter. I had one of the skeletons make a giant snowman. I mean, the thing had to be 8 feet tall out of Christmas light, so it was really nice at night. But the snowman ended up eating them. And then I asked how's he gonna get freed, and left it up to your imagination. But then at the end, he melted out just in time for New Year's. So it's a bunch of silly. They're more silly, mischievous, but they're always in trouble. Probably my favorite one, the year we did spiders. We had these giant spiders. When I say giant, I guess 3 feet wide by 2.5 feet tall. And what happened was they came out. The spiders were out. They had these webs. My whole porch was like one of those tunnel type spider webs.
Oh yeah.
And off my tree, I had a big spider web that I made with rope. That took forever, but it came out awesome. The visual on it is really nice. But anyway, the skeletons emerged, but as they emerged, the spiders tied them up in the cocoons. So all 13 skeletons were all tied up in cocoons, and to get the community involved, I put it out there of voting, like who's going to save these skeletons, and I gave a list of different, I had the Marine, Santa Claus, a bunch of other things they could choose from, and the voting was good. It turned out that this chocolate celebrity dog called Chucky, which is pretty nice name for a Halloween thing, but it was Chucky the chocolate lab. So I had that person come in with the dog, and we did a photo shoot of the dog ripping open these cocoons and saving the skeletons. Then the skeletons turned around and came with patched up a plan to capture the spiders, and they made this big bamboo cage hanging from the tree. And they caught them, and the whole story. It's worth taking a look at the photos. I mean, again, they tell it all, and the rhyme that goes with it. But the key is when you go onto the web page or the Facebook page, is to go from the beginning of that year and then follow the story.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
And we do have that link there. So pin comment, so if anybody wants to take a link on over, there you go.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. Going
And
over there.
My audience is all ages. I mean, Facebook gives you the stats, and of course, it's a lot of moms between the age of 35 and 45, which are, have kids going to school. So it's the kids, but I have, adult men. I have just the whole range. They enjoy it, So I think that really makes a difference in attracting all these people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Halloween speaks to everybody, all ages, I think. So, for sure, what you're doing is just, I'm 36, and I think it's awesome. I am. If I lived in that area, I would be by there every day checking it out. Because it's so cool. It's just looking at the pictures is awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. And just something new all the time. I like, and people ask me, one of the questions I get is like, when do you start thinking about what you're going to do? And to be honest, it kind of goes its own track. Like, we'll get the idea maybe a month or two, probably like 3 months before Halloween or October. We'll start, my wife and I will be in the diner, with the sugar pack saying, okay, we could do this and design this. And then my wife would bring me back to reality and say, no, you can't do that. You can't do this.
Uh-huh.
but it wouldn't be like months in advance. It would just, and then once we get into the month, there's things that come up that I didn't even think about. That like it just falls in, it creates itself. I
Yeah.
can almost, even this month here when we're doing the Easter and this distraction from the COVID-19. I had, it's just day to day. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Like, but I'm sure something will come up. And I'll be honest. Sometimes I get inspiration from other people. A lot of people say, you know what you should do. You know what you should do. That's a big thing. And they tell me what I should do. So sometimes I get. One time I got a great idea from a second grader when we were doing our book performance, and he said, you should have the skeletons try to crank the crate open with a crowbar. And I said, yeah, that's a great idea. So next day, I got a big pole and they cranked it open and a bunch of spiders came out of the box. So
Very cool, man.
yeah.
Any
Definitely
questions?
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Oh, yeah, for
Definitely
sure.
Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys too. I mean, it looks like you're just starting this Haunt Anonymous, going live here, and I hear you're going to be bringing in a lot more different guests.
Yep.
I mean, this is great.
Well, we started Haunters Anonymous, 2012, I think.
Oh, I was going to say 2,000 years ago, but
it feels like it. And from the very beginning, our goal was to do podcasts. And we had so many different irons in the fire that I think things got away from us. And unfortunately, it's taken this situation to give us the kind of time to devote to it. And it's been the kick in the ass that we needed to get going with it. So,
well, great time to start it.
Yeah. I mean, we started it to give people something to do also, because I mean, I am personally working on so many things for this stream to help make it a little more entertaining. We're going to do different slideshows and videos. Actually had a video for tonight, but unfortunately the streaming service that I use is being complicated and didn't want to work, so I had to fall back on our old one. So there's a lot of weird little kinks that I'm trying to work out. But we're getting there, and just building that community up to where people want to hang around. We ramble so much that it's always hard to stay on track, even when we're fully prepared with bullet points and talking points, and we still. Last time we spent 2.5 hours. We talked probably a solid hour just about turkey legs. And unfortunately, turkey legs are going to be a recurring thing with us because neither one of us are fans of theme park turkey legs. So
yeah. Are they? They're not really turkey though, are they? I heard they're
yeah, I've heard they were like emu or some kind of strange bird. I don't know.
At Disney, I heard that.
Yeah. I know that there's some stuff in those that should not be there. Oh, we lost one. He should be back in a moment, I believe. But yeah, not a fan. No, you're good.
Oh.
Yeah. Co-host here. The internet is a little testy at times, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, we appreciate you coming on here,
Thank you for having me. I wish I was a little more prepared,
Oh no, you're fine. You did great. You got everything out there. I mean, I couldn't have asked for more information. Like, you nailed it. We definitely, I mean, anytime we can help you, you are more than welcome back to hang out. If you got something going on, you want us to announce it, feel free, let us know. make sure we get the word out.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
I guess,
Yeah. I mean, I remember back when we started, the big thing was Good Morning America online had us like one of the top 10 outrageous Halloween homes across America. So
yeah,
that was exciting.
that's awesome.
And then I don't know, I guess each state has it. You ever hear of Weird New Jersey? I guess they have Weird New Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But he came by. Um, that was pretty exciting. He did a little article online.
We actually have we have something similar but nowhere near as extravagant as yours. We have last year I got one of those giant skeleton T-Rexes.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he's been in, it's actually almost 2 years now. He's been in our front lawn. Same spot. He doesn't move. We occasionally will dress him up for holidays and stuff. But
So he's a year-round ornament.
yeah, he's just always out there. And like you said, kids love it. Like when my kids would get on the
Yeah.
bus and stuff, they all the kids would be screaming out the window and everything. And I mean, he's just a permanent resident. He doesn't do anything. He'll just dress up for the holiday.
He's got to have a name then.
Oh yeah, he's he we we've gone back and forth with his name, but
Oh, yeah,
he's interesting, and
yeah,
he's dead center in our house, like right in our front yard. And surprisingly, like you said, nobody's ever complained.
yeah. Well, what's good about that too? Like kids will always remember that.
Yeah.
You know, they'll always remember the T-Rex in the front lawn, and this when they went by in the school bus. That's great.
Yeah, he doesn't have a cool story like you or anything, but he's just there, and he's got a Santa hat for Christmas, a couple of little things, a pot of gold, and he has some Easter eggs, and he's just stationary. And honestly,
Well,
the reason he was out there for the first 3 months was because I didn't want to take it down because it's heavy and not easy to take apart. So he actually started out of my laziness, and he just has remained there because everybody was talking about him. I'm like, all right. So
I'll tell you, like you'll be surprised. Like we've been doing this like 14 years, and we're having people who were kids and now in college glad that I'm doing this Facebook because they can now keep watching the story of the skeletons.
that's awesome.
And
Yeah,
they remember from the time they were on the school bus.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
To have that kind of connection with people is just, something like a home haunt thing could just bring people together over, a decade like that. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember, thinking of different things I had on the front lawn. It was just crazy. One year we did like a mine. It was 2015, and we had a mine, and it coincided with the Back to the Future. That was the year. In
Oh yeah.
October, he went to the future.
Yep.
And in Back to the Future 3, they actually hid a DeLorean in the mine.
Yep.
And I found someone with a DeLorean. We actually parked it inside, like it's coming out of the mine, and I had a tarp over it, like they did it. But it was actually my son's car at the time. He wasn't even a DeLorean. But it was a week later. My son's like, "Dad, can I have my car back?" So I let him take his car out. But it was the same time I had another DeLorean come for a photo shoot, and I took some great pictures of this DeLorean on my front lawn coming out of the mine.
That's
Um,
amazing.
Yeah. And a funny story too is the guy who made the DeLorean lived right down the street. So, but that was a pretty good year. That was one of the good years.
Yeah, that speaks to me 100%. I'm a huge Back to the Future fan.
Yeah.
I would have lost it just with that little scene. I would have stopped my car, gotten out, and taken a bunch of pictures.
Yeah, it was really great. But total coincidence, met the guy by luck, and it worked out.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
a lot of crazy stuff on the front lawn. Um, but I do have to give credit to my wife. She puts up with a lot. I mean, not something any wife would put up with.
Yeah, I can imagine changing and doing all that stuff.
Just change, just
It's a
the
feat.
people, you know. Yeah. When it's when it's October, I mean, there's cars. You know, a good story too is when we first started. You know, it wasn't this big. It was just maybe the tower. We had the tower out for the first time, and we're sitting in our house at night, and I thought it was like thunderstorms, the light like a lightning flashing, you know. And I said, "Is it raining?" And we went up to look at the window. It's people taking pictures, and that was like the first time. Like, wow, they really like this. That was amazing.
That is
Uh,
awesome.
yeah, and the gifts people leave. I mean, we've had people bake us bread, leaving us bread at the door, pie, the dead guy ale, beer, wine. I mean, so it's really nice that the Bridgewater is really like enjoying it and appreciating it. That just helps me do more, you know, go bigger. So,
That's fantastic, man. um, let's see, where are we at here?
well,
About an
a
hour.
little,
Oh, go ahead.
wow. A little insight on this upcoming year.
All right.
Um, I'm thinking about what I'm going to do this year. I said I want to do something that's really visual outside. Um, did you ever see like Mousetrap? Remember a Mousetrap game
Yeah,
where
yep.
one action leads to another action to another reaction?
Yep.
So that's what I'm thinking about doing, some kind of series of you know, based off a doorbell ringing. Um, so that's what I'm thinking of. I think there's a guy,
Rube
uh,
Goldberg.
Rube Goldberg. Yeah,
Yeah, the
that
Rube Goldberg machine.
yeah, that kind of thing display I want to do this year. And each year I'll add another part to the puzzle, you know, to make this. I think the whole thing will be to like capture a spider or something. One of the giant spiders.
Yeah, you could have a giant, like, deranged looking mouse or something. Just they're trying to catch the evil mouse. That's awesome,
Yeah.
man. So cool. You gotta do that the big flag pole thing with the little basket that drops down.
Yeah. And it's funny, I have a clawfoot bathtub like that, you know. Um, remember big clawfoot
Yeah.
bathtub
Yep.
there?
The guy flips into.
Yeah, yeah. So it's gonna be fun thinking about that, and that is one of the things gonna like as I do it, it will develop itself. You know, come up with another idea.
Yeah, I can definitely see how that would happen. I'm like, my brain just shot off to like a million different directions after you said that.
Yeah, right? I mean, those are really yeah. It's endless the possibilities that you can do.
Yeah.
Um, and with these skeletons, I mean, you put them in a pose, they also take on a personality. You know, when they're just sitting there like lifeless and you know out of the box, it's nothing. But once you're able to put them in positions, they come alive. And then to move them each day, they really come to life. You know.
Yeah. Hey, Desiree. Um, I know if you're still in here, go check out the link that I have pinned here for 13 Skeletons. He's our guest speaker right now, and I know Mason will thoroughly enjoy it. Now you may continue. I just had to throw that out there because I know her son would absolutely enjoy you.
Yeah. Yeah. So this year, if you have any ideas, you know, I'll be like I said, inspiration comes from everywhere.
Yeah.
And and my first thought was like, okay, how am I going to start this off? And I was thinking maybe a trick or treater pressing a door that's and the door opens. Um, Grandma gets scared, falls back in a rocking chair, and that into something else, to eventually capture this deranged spider mouse, whatever.
Yeah. That's a. I think you got a winner there, man, for sure. I think that would be fun to see like the different progressions of the game itself, how how they're interacting with it. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think kids will pull up and try to start figuring out what's going on, and
Yeah.
that's the big thing. Um, hey, the book too. In the book, it's another thing that's working out really well. Is I hid 13 skeleton keys, and it was like a last minute thing I did it to add it to the book, and we made it really. Some keys are simple, but a lot of them are super hard.
Mm.
Where I'm getting some hate mail, saying I can't find that 13th key, but it came out good. So even in these displays I'm doing now, I'll hide this giant skeleton key. I've already hid it in the tree. I put it in an old wagon wheel. So I like those kind of like Find Waldo type things too.
That's awesome. Do you have anywhere is the book on your page? Like, is there a link to where people can buy the book?
Yeah, it's not. I haven't put it on Amazon yet. Like I said, it came out in October. It was a little late.
Mhm.
To put it on Amazon now really doesn't make sense. I don't think anybody's buying Halloween type books right now. But I do have it on my 13.com, the web page there.
Okay.
It's available for sale there.
All right.
Yeah.
I think I might be picking up a copy of my.
And that's 13skeletons.com.
All right. Um, I'll probably just share it on the page, a link directly to your website. Do that. I'll do that after we're done with our live session.
Yeah. So your partner's still missing?
He was
I'm
muted.
kind of here.
Oh,
I'm kind of here. I'm having a lot of, I think, technical issues on my side. So what I did was I kind of muted everything to listen actually as a listener, and just to see how it's going. And I was just fascinated with the stories. If I start opening my mouth, nobody gets a word in edgewise. So there you go.
Well, one thing I do on the Facebook, like I said, I told you, I put rhymes to every picture. And, I even encourage all people who reply, I try to put, try some rhyming when replying. And it's starting to head off a lot of, and I'll always, hit the like love button if they do try a rhyme. And there's some real poets out there. I mean, this one guy, Mark Langston, he shoots in these poems that are pretty, I can't keep up with them. Linda Cap, another one. It's amazing, these poems that they're writing, based on the picture that's for that day. So that's fun too. So that keeps it interactive, and having people come back on and on and on. I think Facebook said it. I reached like 8,200 people this week.
Yeah.
So that interaction, I think, is.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, with the way you do it, I think you have a good system because it's so much content that you can actually be putting out.
Yeah.
I just went to your website and I got to tell you, man, that's it. It's a very well done site.
Oh, you went to.
Yeah. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and link it now.
Yeah, if you go to, I put 2018 when we did the mine. So if you go down below on the bottom, you can see the page that we had last year that Chad Savage did. And then there's a gallery too.
It's a really nice looking book and everything.
Yeah, the book, I wanted a high quality book, and like I said, the illustrator, I liked her artwork, the way she did it, and we got printed in the USA, um, company in Tennessee that actually does yearbooks. They said, you're getting is a good time because you try to get a book done in April or May, forget it. You guys, we're tired of doing yearbooks around the country.
Hmm. Yeah, it's really nice. I like that style. The artwork, the preview pages here are really nice. I'm definitely going to be grabbing a copy myself.
Great.
Cool. Um, I even like your shirt design.
They,
I was gonna ask if you had any like merch for it or anything, but
yeah, we got new products there. You can see the T-shirts for sale. Um, yeah, again, that's Chad Savage came up with that design and really liked it.
yeah, he has a very similar style in all of his pages. He does like they're all different, but they all have that very vibrant coloration, and everything is really nicely contrast, sleek.
But when I remember he did it, he said, he goes, I told him what I wanted to look like not what I want to look at, but what I wanted the feel of it.
Hmm.
And he said, I'll put my best Scooby Doo thinking cap on, like the Scooby Doo
Yeah,
mysteries.
really cool. Well, uh, unless you have anything else that you would like to add, um,
No, again, I appreciate the time and thanks again, guys. Um, Good luck with the podcast. Um, and yeah, thanks. And Halloween's only 6 months away.
oh yeah, we'll make sure we keep people updated with your page as well. So make sure everybody knows. Um, you you get the honor of being our first guest, so no.
Uh, and now, when do you air? Like Wednesday and Fridays? Or
Right now, just because we have so much time, it's pretty much about every 2 days or so. We were doing uh Friday, Sunday, Wednesday roughly. Not always on Sunday, but we're trying to keep it at least two a week. Um Friday's
well,
almost always.
well, I hit the button to notify me when you guys go live. So every time you guys come on, I'll be notified. So I'll catch you here and there.
Well, we appreciate you coming in and keeping the chat active too. It's always a little easier when there's stuff to bounce off of. So
Yeah.
we definitely appreciate that. For sure, it's a little bit of a learning curve with this, but I think we're getting there. There's so much stuff to talk about. And for us, it's we're pretty much Halloween all year round, one way or another. So pretty much our tag. Anytime you see a tag that somebody makes on our page, it's gonna say Halloween 365.
Uh,
It's
uh,
you know, I think there's a lot more people out there that are they're just craving for that Halloween vibes.
yeah.
I imagine our site alone is gonna ramp up quickly as we approach August, September.
Yeah.
So we're gonna,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a weird year this year, obviously. But hopefully things will settle down and people can get out and do what they want. No major risks. But at least there's people like you. People can drive by and have something fun to look at. Stay,
Yeah.
stay happy. I know it's just one of those things. People go by and they're like really appreciative of something like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And if if you ever want me to come on again down the road, let me know. I'm happy
Oh
to come
yeah,
back on.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have an open invitation anytime you want to pop in. Just say hey, whatever. Um, and then we'll check in with you for sure. If you don't, if you don't stop by and say like, hey, I got something to tell you or whatever, we'll check in with you and make sure we
Yeah.
stay updated with what you're doing. Help help get the word out to all our followers too. I mean, right now it's hit or miss, but we do have a pretty decent following.
All
We'll
right.
see.
Well, thank you very much. And if you ever decide to drive by in October, anytime in October, let me know. I want you to, I'll give you a VIP tour.
All right, man. I was definitely probably going to take you up on that because, like I said, I don't believe our family is going to be doing much of any Halloween haunts this year. So, um, just I have really bad asthma, and my lung capacity's never been super great. So, for me, it's a little bit more of a risk than I guess a normal healthy person. But I don't,
Yeah.
I don't, not looking forward to it. So. Just gonna lay low this year, so there's a really good chance that we're just gonna take a ride by, and I'll definitely let you know when that day is gonna happen.
All right.
But thanks for stopping by, man, and it's been great, man. You got some good information out there. It's great having you.
Well, thank you very much. Be safe.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Yep. All right, guys. I think my co-host had to back out for some reason. I guess he's had some technical errors, but we're gonna go ahead and call this one for tonight. And I do believe we'll be doing one Friday night at 9 o'clock as well. Um, should have another guest for you, so that should be interesting. And we will see you then. Thanks for hanging out.